guys out of the playoffs last year?
I mean, it's just a lot of preparation. I think guys are obviously still excited because we can still make it to the playoffs. So obviously we put ourselves in this position, but we're at home, so we have to take advantage of that.
This is a team you guys are obviously very familiar with. How advantageous do you think that is for you as you approach tomorrow?
I mean, I think both teams are looking at it the same way. We played each other, counting the preseason, like 13 times in the last however many months. So, I mean, we're both familiar with each other. There are no surprises. So you just got to be able to go out there. You have to be able to execute. You have to be able to be physical, try to keep the other team off the free throw line, and then obviously two good three-point shooting teams and try to get guys off the line. So, like I said, there are no surprises with these guys.
You guys haven't played since January, and it feels like so much has changed. No Monk, no Herder. They're playing Trace Jackson Davis. Keanu wasn't playing then. How much can you really take from the previous matchups earlier in the year?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think obviously it's a bit different, but at the end of the day, like teams are pretty much playing the same. I think we've been better defensively. I mean, they've been playing well. So obviously it's not the exact same game, but at the end of the day, I mean, there are no surprises. You know, the main guys are out there. Obviously, we're missing, you know, a starter and a guy that we feel is the sixth man of the year. But I mean, we're playing the same way, and they're doing what they do. So, like I said, we have to go out there. We have to focus on what we can control, and that's how physical we can be. Obviously, however the game is being officiated, you adjust to that and you let the chip fall where they may.
All these games, it seems like 3 of the 4 were decided by a point. Like, does that just kind of speak to how close, how similar the familiarity that you guys have?
Yeah, I mean, we have the exact same record. Like you said, 3 of the last 4 games have been decided by 1 point. Like, there's been very close proximity with the way that we've been with them this past year, but all that's out the door. You know, right now it's win or go home. So
you just kind of shake your head and go, of course.
Yeah, but I mean, we put ourselves in that spot. We didn't. It was nothing that they did. So it was because we lost games that we probably shouldn't have lost that put us in this position. So it is what it is. You got to be able to get over that hump.
In what ways do you think you guys have grown since last year?
I mean, I think we've been a bit of a better defensive team. I mean, we've gotten leads that we really didn't have last year, but we've also given away leads. So we have to be better in that aspect. We have to be able to finish games. That's pretty much it. Like, if you want to be a good team in this league, and I feel like we are, we've been able to get leads on good teams, on bad teams, and we've given them up. So for us to want to be one of those top teams or be a contender, we have to be able to finish games out.
You played in March Madness before. Do you treat this like a win or go home type of March Madness type game?
Oh yeah, this would definitely be the closest to that type of feel that you're ever going to get, because in a series it's not the same like that. So in this aspect right now, it definitely is. And I mean, being in the play-in, you can be one bad shooting night away from going home. So obviously that's a little bit of it. I feel like an exciting factor that plays a part.
De'Aaron, besides
what is it that you guys are doing differently that's made you guys so much better in the second half?
Oh, I mean, I think we've been more physical. Obviously, you know, they let some things go, but I think we've been rotating right. I think guys have been early to their spots, and I think we've been a bit of a better three-point defensive team than we have been earlier in the season. And I mean, like I said before, we weren't giving up a lot of threes, but teams are making a higher percentage, and I think we've been better at that since the All-Star break. But obviously, this team and being one of the best three-point shooting teams for a long time, that's definitely an emphasis for us, and that's no surprise. Like I said.
I know you set a goal to average over 2 steals per game. You got that goal. You're leading the league. You led the league for the regular season. How good does that feel to actually come through with one of those goals like that?
I mean, it's definitely, like I said, it was definitely a goal of mine, and obviously not a lot of people in this league have been able to do that. And I mean, I want that to be a kind of a consistent thing, and people just know, you know, when I'm in the game, I want to be able to be disruptive. We have a team whose offense flows like Golden State does, but I mean, hitting handbacks and pick and rolls, just being able to be disruptive is sometimes all you can, you know, hope to do.
outside of that, De'Aaron, do you think you should be considered for a all defensive team? You put in the work.
I would say this. I don't think people just throw me into action like they do other point guards, so I should be up there for sure. A lot of other point guards, you see people repeatedly put them into action because you want them to be on the ball, and that doesn't happen against me. So anybody who ever said that doesn't watch film.
Fox, you had the Game 7 last year, and you saw what that atmosphere was like. Do you think that the atmosphere tomorrow night tonight can replicate that or come close to it?
I mean, I think it's going to be crazy. I don't know if you can replicate a Game 7 in the playoffs. I mean, I think that's pretty hard to do. But like I said, this is the closest to a March Madness type of feel that you're ever going to get.
They really was kind of overloaded last year. They had a kind of an egregious scheme. They were letting people shoot, letting someone shoot. Do you expect them to kind of come with a similar scheme tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're top 10 in the league in protecting the paint. They're bottom 10 in protecting the three. So, I mean, that's their schematics. I think, obviously, in the playoffs it's a bit more emphasized, but at the end of the day, I mean, if you watch them play, that's what they do. It's not changing for anybody or anybody that they play against. That's just the way that they play defensively, and obviously with Wiggins, Draymond, and Kavan, like they like to roam a lot. They not necessarily a great shot blocking team, but they protect the rim almost better than anybody. So that's not a surprise, and I mean that's what we expect them to do.
Hey, thanks, De'Aaron. Appreciate it.
Thank you.